When you want to change things quickly, you want to level up your life quickly, reinvent yourself. When you are a mother, you are a student, you have a lot of responsibilities, but you're still looking for that time to fit in the extra things that you need to get done in order to change your life, you must be organized. That's why I decided to go through and show you my life management system, my level up management system, Notion, and give you a little bit of a tour behind the scenes of some other ways besides my 30-day level up plan that I manage my life now. So motherhood actually left me with what I feel like is half of my brain missing because so much of my capacity, my mental capacity has gone towards motherhood. It has gone towards focusing more on running my home than before and taking care of my family. And I don't want that to be a hindrance to the goals and the things that I want to experience in life. It should not be a season of drudgery at all. One of the things that I realized and why I stepped away from YouTube for almost 3 months was so that I could get organized, and I really wanted to build out a better system through Notion in order to do that. And it has changed my life. I am not just saying that. This is not sponsored or anything. I just really want to help some of the other women out there who are searching for more daily elegance, who are still wanting to pursue their passions in life, to understand that this is a really great tool and give you some of the reasons why I love it. One of the main things though is that I can keep everything on my phone. This is what I have with me when I'm out, when I'm chasing around my daughter. And I used to keep everything on paper in a paper planner that was, bigger than, this is my paper journal that I still use, but it was a lot bigger than this. I needed it to be that size to have the space in order to write down everything and keep track of things. I also have things like all of my spreadsheets and budgets in Google Drive. We have calendars, and I'm also managing my business online and my YouTube channel. So I needed one place where I could keep everything together, and Notion just fit that for me. It also does not look like a boring spreadsheet. You can make it pretty. And so I'm going to get started with the tour of both my home management space and my leveling up space. I think you will love this, so let's go ahead and get started. So first, I have a Langston Home workspace. This is where we plan out everything and we manage our family life. My husband is a part of this, and I'm trying to get him more into using Notion with me. So this is very much a work in progress, but I wanted to go ahead and show it, not as a finished, this is perfect sort of state, but just to be able to document and show the change over time that can occur and come back and give little updates here and there. So again, not perfect, but I still get a lot of benefit out of using this, and maybe this will give you some insights too on how you could better organize your family and your life. This can also be used if you are a student. You don't have to have a family to get any benefit from this. Again, this is a dashboard for running my life. So this is our Command Center homepage to start off with. I've got a little weather widget. I'll probably put a music widget or something because I love listening to music whenever I'm in Notion and going through my plans and just updating things. But I've got quick links here for operations to all the pages that you'll see here on the left-hand side. And eventually I want to start linking some resources. My husband and I love to share articles back and forth with each other that have to do with parenting or real estate investing, all of those different types of content that we share. I would love to have some place for them to live in Notion so they can easily be referred back to, and we can have notes on them in one place. I'm not going to go through kind of like our personal family goals. Those are private, but we do have a space set up for that on this page right here. And of course, an agenda. I want to be able to set this up like I have in my Level Up dashboard. However, my husband and I use iCal to share calendars, and Notion does not have an integration for that. And so I would have to build that as a database from scratch, and we would have to sort of rework our current systems that we have around, who is where, when, and all of that. So that will be something to come. Management. So we in here have our like laundry schedule, organization. It's kind of all processes of how we accomplish things. And I wanted to have a space for that for us both to be able to refer back to, and that has been pretty helpful as well. So currently this is kind of like our rotation schedule, and I try to do 1 load per day from start to finish. That's what I'm doing. And then I'm working on some different, like our towels and bed linens. These kind of change because during the summer we use a lot of towels for the pool and the beach and things. And then I have little to-do lists actually that I can mark here as well that are related to laundry. So I actually did complete this last week, and I have added a small wastebasket to my daughter's bathroom. I need to get one for the laundry room still. So I can easily track to-do items related to laundry there. I'm going to skip through some of these just because of time. But again, we have down here, you can see our tasks, our spending plan. You can embed spreadsheets in Notion very easily. And so our spending plan is a lovely spreadsheet. I actually had a video on that, and I had it linked in that video. I'll link it in the description below for you if you're interested in checking that out. We divide our task lists out by person, and then we have statuses that we can keep up with there. Our spending plan again is there. I love the ideas page because if my husband and I have ideas, I get a lot of ideas on how we can better manage our home and our lifestyle can grow and everything. And so I just need somewhere to put those so we can discuss them later when we have time to come together. So that's a really useful feature for sure. I want to show you quickly the best thing that I use right now, which is our meal planning. So this was from July. I've already cleared this out because I just copy and paste this for new months, and then I can link whatever recipes I want to, and it's so easy, and I can almost just see, I can see everything we already ate, and I can redo it and reset it. It's amazing. Love that. And then the Meals We Love library is another favorite thing that I created. Still a work in progress. I want to be able to devote some more time to sitting down and categorizing our meals, but I love the tags, so I can just sort things if I'm looking for something to add to the meal plan. And if I go to, let's say like this is one of our favorite recipes, I just have the ingredients here so I can add these to my shopping list, and I can reference the recipe right there and put it in my meal plan. It is so helpful. We have our shopping list, and I do use this every single shopping trip. It's very easy for me to divide out by store what I need. I have a done tag here in this box, and so I can go through as I'm going to the store and just mark them done. And then when I am finished, I come in here and I just delete the one, and then I just drag and drop, and it clears out everything. The key here with this is my system is whenever I notice that something is empty or I have used it or I'm doing my meal plan and it's a new ingredient, I go ahead and add it to the list right then and there, because if I procrastinate, then I have to set up some time that takes longer for me to go through and make sure that my grocery list is all set, and I am trying to make my home more efficient. So that is a system that has been really helpful for me when I stick to it, and maybe it'll be helpful for you. So that is pretty much everything that I was going to point out. Again, it is a work in progress, so I expect to be able to come back and give little updates here and there on how I'm building out this Notion. I don't have any templates yet for a home management system. I want to work on this a little bit more. I spend most of my time in my Leisha Leveling Up workspace, and so I'm going to take you there next. So this is my dashboard currently for my Level Up life, and it's very basic right now. I have not gone through and worked out, all of the things that I want to add here when I log in. But I've got quick links that I use to my most frequently used pages. I always like to have some daily tasks here that I can come in and just check out. So I did journal and mindset this morning. I worked out. I did my skincare. I did my makeup today. I took my vitamins. I need to do my home flourishing during nap time, and then do my reading in the evening. And plus I'll have a skincare, we'll say I'll add that skincare for evening here as well. I want to also highlight that I love to point out important items for the week that I'm doing. So I am planning a baby moon soon, and I want to finish up with some wardrobe research for that. Other important items that we have, my husband has a couple of golf tournaments, and so I need to sort of like rework my editing schedule a little bit because he's going to be gone during the hours that I usually use to edit. I also have here my little Spotify widget. That's one of my favorite little playlists to play while I am doing my Notion tasks for the day. So this, as you can see, is again very basic, but it's got me set up to get to the things that I really need to get to. I also have under here just a really simple goals and habits tracker, but I don't quite use this. This was something I tested out. This is a standard Notion goals and habits tracker. So that's the nice thing about Notion is that they have a lot of included templates. If you want to try those for your pages, you can. And of course, my templates live here. So everything that I'm creating into a template, I've just created a separate page and section for those. So I've got now my dashboard template, I've got my 30-day level up plan template, and I've got the what I learned pages, which I love. I'm working on building out a few more things that are tailored to having a more, not organized, but structured approach to my YouTube channel and to my business. And so that's what I want to keep here is updates for those. My mission statement, very important to, I think, have something like that to refer back to whenever I am sort of creating something new or I am putting a new marketing message out there. I want to be able to look at that mission statement. Goals, I'm going to keep those private for now, but I do have my quarterly and yearly goals here listed. And then my master calendar, this is the thing that I use almost every single day. I use this the most for sure. This ideas and notes. So this is my complete content calendar. I can filter, I can look at different views of this. I love this view for just adding new things. I can easily move things from my idea dashboard or my idea database into my master calendar database through Notion. So I love that. Here is my ideas page. This is a really important section for me to have right now because this is where I will put down any kind of idea I have for my business, for my content, and I will write that out usually, and it's by progress. So there's to do, doing, done. Usually I will get these moved over to my master calendar before I get them marked over to what status they are. However, there's some things in here that are just not part of my calendar, like a quote, for example, that I want to remember and I want to create something with, but it's not fully set in stone, right? So I have this as a way to track ideas and how they come to fruition. But again, most of these things, like let's just say, yeah, I did these before and after videos already, but if I want to move this to my content calendar, my master calendar, I can easily just come in here and I can select move to, and it will allow me to move that to my master calendar. So I love this actually for just keeping track of ideas and then moving them into an action plan on that calendar. This is more of like my content calendar for sure. So if I go into this 30-day level up plan, just the template, I'm just going to use this to illustrate. This is where I run like the actual goal. So I've got all of these things that I would come in here and just check off, and you can quickly see the layout of your month, and I love that. It's a great visual for me. I'm just someone who needs visuals for things. I have to get things out of my head. This is what the calendar in the level up plan looks like in the dashboard. Hopefully you have found this useful. Again, there are still some updates I'll be making to this, and if you already got it, you're going to get those updates. Like I really want to be able to archive these but still have them in a section where you can refer back to your progress and how it went and everything, because that's part of the feature of it, right? Here you can see where I kind of like fell off with the shorts. I wanted to be able to easily move things around. Okay, so this maternity favorite skincare video, if I was going to change the date, I can easily come in here and I can pick a new date for it. So besides having the ability to change the date on the page, I can actually just come in here and drag this wherever I want it to go. So that's great. So if you have to switch dates for anything, it's very easy in Notion to do that and see where you're going to be putting it. So that's why, again, that's another great thing I love about it. And it's not that I don't love like a Google Calendar with time blocks or an iCalendar, which is what my husband and I use. It's just that Notion has everything in one place where you can easily see it. And I love the left-hand sidebar actually, or the dashboard you can create. Like if you're familiar with Confluence or some of those corporate tools that have been used for what's called knowledge management, you will appreciate this. You'll appreciate Notion for your personal endeavors a little bit more. And that's probably why I appreciate it a lot. But I also just love the aesthetics of it. I love that I can make it tailored to something that inspires me to look at, and it's not something that is just a row of spreadsheets, you know? So yes, I live in here. I live in this calendar the most when it comes to my work. Now, ideas. So I do have a whole ideas section. And this is mainly content ideas, so I don't want to show you every single little thing, but there are also some things like I need to find a process for shorts, or I have quotes that I like to remember, or I have products I want to create, or I have things I want to recycle or update. You know, I had to update this thumbnail. This is actually done. So I moved that. Again, there's a key to doing all of this, and it is making sure that you keep it updated and organized as well. So that's one thing here with my ideas board that I need to be better about, is keeping this updated, because typically what I will do if I have an idea that I'm going to implement is I will pretty much just come in here and I will move it to my master calendar. And so then, you know, these are all the kind of things that I will come back to if I'm wondering, okay, what do I want to create today? What is something I didn't get to about my journey already that I want to share? I'll come back in here and get it usually. Another really important section that I have here in Notion is my notes. These are broken down in different sections. It's so important to organize your notes. And this is why, you know, I think Google has amazing tools, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people will just track things or take notes on things in a Google Notes or Google Documents, and on their Apple Notes or in a notebook. And I used to track in a notebook. I used to have a notebook with sections with tabs, and I would just date whatever and take the notes on the podcast, the YouTube video, the book, anything, right? Well, in Notion, I'm able to easily sort out and find those things that I took notes on and refer back to them, or finish up with something that I wanted to finish up with. My day as a mom is just outside of that morning window. It is just so broken up. And so if I'm cleaning or I'm doing something like going for a walk and I'm listening to a podcast or a book, or, you know, I do get to sit down at night and read a book, I try to reduce screens at night. I want to be able to come back and put my notes somewhere so that I don't forget it. And then I can take those notes and put it into a project or put it into my master calendar if I need to. And so it's very important, I think, to have a good way to organize them, or else that you don't ever do anything with that information. I have workflow and scheduling. I wanted to show you this for sure, because my workflow and scheduling page is like a reference point. I will easily get sidetracked on things as a mom and have things come up in my schedule that will derail me. And so once I set this time, I really try to stick to it, but I've got to refer back to this, just day to day almost. Let me take you through really quickly my yearly planning page, because this is one of the other most beneficial pages that gives me the bigger picture of everything that I want to do in a year. And it's all in Notion, so I love it. I am working a little bit more on the aesthetics of this, but I do have my primary motivator to keep me in mind. My why is up here. I have a picture of my daughter and myself there. But I just have a really simple layout here with my quarterly goals, and each of these will link out to my list of things that I'm working on. So I'll take you to my July through September, since it's currently September, and this is what I have so far. I have just the goal listed out here. I've got this all filtered. This is just one big database. If I need to look at like the full year, I can easily toggle back to that by clicking here with the 2023 goals link. But the goals are listed here, and these are the quarter, of course, that is filtered by. And then they're in progress. So I have status, I have the type of goal, because I do want to track and try and keep everything balanced. So here right now I've just got some for YouTube, my business, health, and personal. And these are the categories I'm focusing on for this quarter. And then any notes that I need to make in relation to the goal go here. And if I have related project or task plans already laid out for these, I can link those here. And I actually have, I think I have a project list for this one, the first YouTube one here, that I haven't linked yet. But As you can see, this is just very simple, and this is what I like to use just to come back here and track everything and make notes on things and how they're going. And I think this can be a really helpful list. So I actually have this linked on my Gumroad page if you want to go and grab that. Last but not least, this is sort of my personal dashboard right now. This is what I want to, I've been testing this out. This is what I want to convert the Level Up Life dashboard into. But this is currently what I'm working on. So I thought I would show this to you last and just state that, you know, there's some aesthetic things in here. I have one of my favorite quotes at the top. My calendar is linked here. This will be like my little dashboard, and I'm still working on this again, but I typically will be starting my days from here, and I hope to share more of this with you soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this inspirational and helpful. There are a ton of Notion tutorials out there if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of setting up something that fits your needs specifically in your life. But I do have some free templates and some other templates on my Gumroad page right now. If you scan the QR code here, you can find those. There's also going to be a link in the description below. So if that ever changes, you will be able to find the resources for Notion in the link in the description box of this video. I am wishing you a wonderful week. You have 3 months that you can set yourself up for a wonderful 2024, or you can even, that's a lot of time, you could even make some big changes by the end of the year and go into 2024 realizing, hey, I did count my 2023 for something, and I have so much more to build off of with all of this organization that I have created in my life. You can truly reinvent yourself. I think that we have to rein in the chaos, we have to get disciplined, and we have to get real about what it takes. And living in a chaotic environment that you feel like you have zero ability to move through is going to be a huge hindrance. So I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope that you check out Notion. It is free to get started with. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.